Welcome back, Firebirds. We are here for the first week of the regular season. Tonight is Monday, which means it's Valorant time. I'm Tanner, or Flair, and tonight I've got a special guest for me for a little pregame interview. We have Coach Wes joining me tonight. How you feeling tonight?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. I subbed for the first time today, so that was interesting, as well as a bunch of fourth graders. So
nice.
A little more mature here, I think. Not by much.
Not by much.
A little bit.
Of course not. Coach Wes, for those of you that don't know, is our new Valorant coach. He's a graduate assistant now at Carthage. He is currently coaching Valorant right now in the fall, and in the spring he will be the coach for our Rainbow Six Siege team. So you know what's your gaming background kind of that you think got you qualified for this?
Well, that's a good question. I don't know if I can really speak on being qualified for Valorant with my Bronze 3 ranking. I don't think that really necessarily says it all, though, right? I like to think I have an analytic mind, so I've casted, some people may know, I've casted for NECC, I've casted Carthage games before, so I'm used to, having that back view of just, let's watch what happens, let's think about why things are maybe going right or wrong for different teams. Now I get to do that on a more personal level, right, where I get to have the team, where I'm making shot calls, where I have to, call those timeouts where momentum is against the team, try and bring them back, so it's a little different perspective, but I do think that it's still like that step back, right? You're not a player. So I have that going for me. And then, of course, I just love gaming. I like watching Pro League of a lot of different esports. So just as a fan, but also just as someone who has taken the time to have that experience to think about these things deeply and to make a somewhat of a career out of it, I suppose we could say. But there it is.
Very well said there by Coach Wes. Now, for commentating for the NECC, that was primarily in Rainbow Six Siege, correct?
Yes.
Yes. So the Valorant, very new to you. But are you able to draw, they're both tactical shooters.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think that Rainbow Six, along with just watching Valorant gameplay, has prepared you very well to either, one, implement new strategies in Valorant that you hadn't really seen before, or two, just prepared you overall to be a Valorant coach?
I think it's definitely prepared me, that's for sure. Now, is it going to give me all the intricacies? No, I'm not. I'm still learning myself. We're all lifelong learners. That's just how it is. As a caster, you're always learning how to be better at that too, right? So it's the same here. Hair in my mouth, sorry. But I think that having that, again, that step back, you've already had that approach, but also, I've played competitively with Siege, and I know what it takes. I've made strats with my team before. So I used to IGL for my college team, so I have that a little bit of leadership. I have a little bit of understanding when it comes down to making strats. Watching pro play, I've seen a lot of YouTubers who break down those videos for Siege specifically, but that doesn't mean that you can't take those same skill sets and bring them to a new game, right? You're still doing the same idea. You're still watching Pro League a lot of the time, right? What are the best at it doing well? Where are the placement of the utility? We can still bring those kinds of ideas and thoughts to it. And then on top of it, you're still going to be looking at what are players doing well? Are they being too aggressive in certain areas? There's certain things that, they're cross-categorical. Doesn't matter what it is. It could even be Rocket League, which isn't even an FPS. There's still going to be certain things, though, that are universal, we'll say.
Absolutely. Very well said, Coach. Now, you do have a little bit of coaching experience now for Valorant under your belt. You've got about 2 weeks of it down now. We had activation the past couple weeks. How are you feeling about your team based off of that? And, what are you hoping to accomplish in the coming season?
Well, one thing that's really cool is that we do know our strong maps, right? And the players already knew that when I got here. They had already told me about it. And they're very confident. And we have a lot of the same players. No one graduated. So we're kind of still with the same roster, still with the same strengths and weaknesses. But we've been looking to improve. We have been a little more structured, with me being here. It's just the reality of it. So I think that does bring them a little bit more comfort in being able to take more time and to take this a little more seriously. But the main thing is that we got to see, how did we stack against some of these other teams? We got to see how do we hold on in overtime. We lost 2 overtime games on the same map, which isn't like a bad thing necessarily, right? That's the time to lose, right? So I'm not too upset about losing 2 maps in overtime. I think that's actually a really good experience. It gives you a taste of getting close but not quite getting there, which is actually really good to have early on, because that means they're going to be more motivated later to change that around, right? Let's win bind.
Absolutely. I love it, Coach. Now, on the regular season last year, the Firebirds were 3-4, and then they went out 2-0 in the playoffs. Is that Is the plan to improve upon that, I'm assuming?
Of course. I mean, I think the playoffs are always on our mind for every esport here at Carthage. I think that, to not make playoffs is a little disappointed. Now, at the end of the day, we still are trying to have fun. I mean, you're supposed to have a good experience here. But I think winning is the experience that most people find the most fun. But also, you've already hit playoffs before. To not do it this time does kind of seem like a step back. So I think that that's the goal, to start there. I mean, I don't want to sound cliche, but that's how all coaches talk in the NFL, right? 1 week at a time, 1 week at a time. Well, here we are. It's the first week. We didn't even know our divisions or anything. Like, we haven't anti-stratted or anything. That'll come later. But for now, we're just focusing on ourselves. We're just going to see what we can do day in, day out, and try and improve. And I think by the end of the season, I'm hoping we will be playoffs, but certainly we'll be improved.
Well, I love it, Coach. And we're all backed behind you. We're excited to see your regular season coaching debut tonight. We got the Firebirds up against the Grandview Vikings. That's going to get started in just a few moments here, so I'm going to let you go and get with your players, get prepped. Thanks so much for talking with us for a few minutes, and we'll be back in just a few minutes.
Thank you.
High Wheaton shoves that right over to the Lions half. Looks like this one's going in. Are you kidding me?
Donut S. Donut, we're behind. We're gonna see the barrage. The barrage.
Oh my gosh, Nico is just dominating right now.
What a play!
That's disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
That was disgusting.
Firebirds, here we are. We're getting started on map number 1. I'm your host, Tanner. I'm joined tonight by Aiden. Typically Rocket League players, you may catch us playing a little bit of Valorant in the spring in the NECC with a couple of Rocket League players. We are playing on Bind first. The Carthage Firebirds will be defending. The starting lineup for the Firebirds will consist of Slumdank, Kalioth, Coney, Happy Samoyed, and Bunny. For the Vikings, we've got Feng Shui, Preyas, Kiwu, Jerryman, and Olka. Yeah. Excited for the matchup tonight? You haven't commentated Valorant before, have you?
Yeah, no, I haven't commentated Valorant before, but I think as much as I play it, and I played it a couple times with you as well, and even some of the other Valorant players as well, I think they've informed me as much as possible to be ready to commentate it, and I'm actually excited to. So I'm pumped.
I mean, if Coach Wes at Bronze 3 can coach it, why can't we commentate it?
Yeah, exactly.
Why can't we commentate it? So Firebirds. Little fun tidbits about them. We do have 5 returning players to their lineup this year. It is Sterling, Slumdank, Dan as Coney, Chris, who is Kalioth, Alex, who is sick currently and will not be playing tonight, as well as Clay, who is Happy Samoyed. We do have 2 new faces. One of them being from the Rocket League team. Hoax will be making his transition over to Valorant, playing both sports this year, as well as Maddie, who is Bunny, who you'll get to see here on map number 1. In terms of agent select here, it seems like we've got double controller for the Firebirds, as we've got Brimstone and Viper. They will be running 1 Initiator, 1 Sentinel, and 1 Duelist as well, in the form of Fade, Raze, and Killjoy. And for the Vikings, we've got, what is that? Just one controller, but a double Initiator composition going on here with Reyna, Sova, Fade, Brimstone, and Chamber.
I'm really liking what the Vikings got set up here, because I've actually played that lineup before, and it's a very good lineup. But the Firebirds, too, also have a really good one as well, with Viper and even Brim as well. Just being able to block off certain areas where you have to push out of is going to be very, very useful for the Firebirds. So.
Absolutely. I think the main thing we're going to have to highlight for the Vikings is their info gathering, and for the Firebirds, it will be, as the name implies, their control of point. They're going to be able to utilize a lot more smokes than the Vikings can, though they do have a lot with 3 in Brimstone, but the Firebirds are rocking a Viper wall, a smoke bomb, 3 more smokes, and mollies just to deny even more space.
Yeah, so I agree with that. So, and I also like how these Vikings also have this lineup going. Like I said before, they have the 2 controllers, and they can get that insight everywhere. Just like how Sova there, right there exactly, is just going to be able to get them and know exactly where they're at.
Absolutely. So. Denied very quickly, though, by the Firebirds, so no recon will be made out of that. Firebirds making a little bit of a one-way there, but it seems like that will be the thing that prompts the Vikings to rotate off of A site, and they will be heading more toward B. That leaves Bunny alone on B, waiting for the Firebirds to rotate once that initial contact is made.
It also looks like Funk is a little hit. I don't remember. And same with Jerry. I think the Raze bomb might have gotten him.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what happened, because they comboed the Raze with the Fade util that kind of stuck them all in one spot, so they couldn't run away.
Oh, that's a really good Fade use right there. Put it up top, get everyone to scan, and it looks like Bunny just got scanned.
Yeah, but that will prompt all the Firebirds to begin their rotation. They will leave Hoaxed on A site as the anchor, just in case they try to rotate once more. The rest of the Firebirds will make their way over to B site, as we might finally get our first pick of the round with only 34 seconds. You got to start thinking the timer is a matter here. Nice pick there by Bunny. Another pick there by Bunny, and Kalioth will get 1 too, as well as Slumdank. That leaves the Firebirds in a 5v1 scenario. It's looking good for them, and they will flawless round number 1 without taking a casualty. Great first round by the Firebirds.
That was beautiful. And as Bunny being one of the newer kind of opponent, or not really opponents, on the newcomer coming in, she's very phenomenal on what she does. She takes her time. She lets for her team to rotate so they can get some help and help her out, and she played it beautiful there. So very well done by Bunny.
Yeah, now we're seeing Viper set up that little one-way on Showers to really lock down A site, make sure they can't push in too quickly. It does seem like the Vikings are going to be set for a split push on A right now, which will leave Slumdank and Bunny on B site alone, waiting for no one at the time. So we'll see if the Vikings can gather enough info, push far enough in to cause enough damage before the rotation happens. We do see Slumneck and Bunny seeming like they're getting a little antsy to start moving. And there's already a pick by Coney.
Spike down A.
Feng Shui goes down as well. Kalioth will get Prayos in the process. Coney continues to push forward, taking that crucial space in showers. Firebirds high on the numbers advantage. 5v2 scenario. Bunny will lock down B while the rest start their rotations over.
Ooh. Tony wants something here. He's also got bomb too, which is just giving them that advantage. But it looks like Olka just can't push something. They're gonna try to push them together.
Player standing.
Oh, but Coney gets the pick on Olka there. It's gonna leave Kiwu, and through the smokes, Coney will get the 4th of the round and handle it. Firebirds up 2-0.
Very well played there by the Firebirds. Coney getting those 2 picks would just put them up, and also getting bomb down in showers too. And that's just a tight space to get through because showers just sees through such a long area to their to their entrance to even push anywhere. So, and he was holding that, and he was holding it very well. So,
Absolutely, as the Firebirds. Actually, real quick, since we're waiting in front of a round. In activation, it was just best of 1 maps. Tonight we are playing a best of 3 maps. We are starting on Bind as defense. We do have the other 2 maps already selected. There was a map ban before this, and I'll try and get this out before we have any contact. We will be playing on Icebox second, Firebirds also defending first. And then if we need to have a best of 3 tiebreaker in round 3, we'll have Ascent, where the Firebirds will once again be starting on defense.
I really like what the Vikings are doing here. They're using their Sova. Get some info, and that's a nice little pick by Olka right there on Bunny.
Yeah, Oka able to get Bunny, and they've got info on the Brimstone. Now we're getting the full rotation by the Firebirds, but will it be quick enough to stop the onslaught being caused right now by the Vikings? Something trying to spray through the smoke there. Excuse me.
Oh, that was a good little...
That's a nice pick by Slumdank on Kiwu. Firebirds evening up the numbers game and actually
2v3.
going down by 1 now. Leaves Slumdank, the captain, in a curious predicament, and they will fall as the Firebirds do not win the half bye against the Rifles.
That was very well played there by the Vikings, getting that little smoke down where I believe that's, I forget what that's called, like in the corner area.
I assure you right now, I do not have my callouts completely memorized for these maps yet.
No.
Which is okay.
Elbow.
That is, I believe you are correct there. It is called.
They got that smoke down where Elbow was at, and it was just beautiful because the Vikings were able to push in, even though they were smoked off from Hookah and also like Flowers, I believe that is.
Yes, Flowers and Hookah.
Was just very well played, and I love what these 2 are doing right here, Kalioth and Coney. They're throwing the tether down and also getting that raise bomb out there, so whoever's there is kind of screwed.
Absolutely. Kalioth able to see that there's no one really pushing toward A, so that's going to allow Fade to start rotating away as Kalioth heads toward B site. We will see the Sova drone there. Nice flick by Slumdank to make sure there's no recon tagged on him. He'll molly into Flowers to make sure that no one can push in immediately. Great job by him. Prayos still waiting to go through the smoke as Feng Shui also just making sure no one's coming up the flank.
I like what Chaos and Bunny were doing there. They're holding separate sides, which is really good. And Coney gets a pick here, but they know.
Very nice job by Coney to get the pick. Now change up the angle. You've got them all on. They're all on their toes now.
Like they're rotating back too a little. They all want them.
Coney getting surrounded on all circles. Might sneak around him. Waiting for Kiwu. We might see the headshot. Doesn't need a headshot. Oh. No spray transfer though, as Oka will trade that one away. Firebirds still up 4-3 though in terms of numbers.
Very well played by Oka right there. But the Vikings got to move here. The clock is ticking down, and I believe you need at least 6 seconds to get that plant down.
I believe it's about 4.5.
Oh my god.
But doesn't matter if the spike goes down, and there goes 2 more with them as Bunny pops off for the Firebirds, and they will win due to timer.
Very well played by Bunny there, just holding that angle, just staying patient for them to come to her.
Very nice job by the Firebirds as they go up 3-1 now. Their econ is in a nice spot. They'll be able to full buy most of them this round. We'll see them doing a little bit of half buying though, it appears, just to kind of save that econ up. For the Vikings, we will see full buy and half buy, so we're gonna mix of both for each team here. In terms of kills, though, we do seem to be seeing a little bit of an even spread kind of across the board for the Vikings, but the Firebirds getting a little bit more lenient toward the top there, with Bunny kind of leading the way.
I agree. So it looks like Bunny's kind of just sitting in sight. I wonder if something happened or...
Where are you?
Oh, there she goes. So she's moving now.
Oka here trying to push in for the Vikings.
Nice little blind there by Arena.
Nice shots through the smoke by Happy Samoyed. Down goes Kalioth. Nice, another pick by Happy Samoyed.
One enemy
Gets a
remaining.
third. One more left. And there's number 4 for Happy Samoyed as the Firebirds will go up 4-1.
And I believe 2 of those kills were through the smoke too, and very well played by him. He was just staying patient, swung the corner at the right time. I think the comms were high right there. So very well played by the Firebirds, and it just seems like the Vikings got stuck a little right there. And I think the Vikings are going to be a strong suit on the B side because they could do a little bit more. So
Absolutely. We'll see if the Firebirds will be able to lock this down, force another round in their favor as the Vikings are setting up for a dual push on A right now. I'm hoping we finally catch someone in that little fade raise combo.
I really want to because it's such a good combo to use. Oh, nice little Sova dart there that just went on A.
Absolutely. We do have a chamber ulting for the Vikings this round, so the Firebirds do have to watch out for that operator.
Oh, he knows.
Kalioth shooting through the smokes. The one-way has been created. That's very good use of util by Happy Samoyed to make sure that they push off of showers and can't just start their entry. Followed by a molly by Slumdank just to really lock down that entrance to the site. Firebirds do a great job. In fact, they might even push the Vikings off this point and force them to rotate.
Looks like they are rotating. It also looks like Preyas might have gotten hit by that raise. Don't know exactly though. But he is very low health, which they also don't have any healers too, which is kind of hurting them.
That is tough. There's no healers on either side now that we're looking at the compositions here. We will see either shock dart or recon dart. There it is. The recon dart is on B site now. That's going to allow Slumdank to release the smokes.
Ooh,
Bunny did get tagged.
30 seconds left.
But there's, once again, the time game becomes a big matter here. Oh my gosh, what a shot by Slumdank.
He knows he's in the corner, but he's just tethered. Oh my god!
Wow, what good plays by the Firebirds as they slaughter the Vikings here, as the opposing Brimstone will have to try and just escape, make sure that he can keep the gun, save the team's econ just a little bit. 4 seconds left. Firebirds will get a flawless victory as the timer expires here on round number 6.
Wow, Coney just came out of nowhere there with that raise ult and just was able to get that pick, and then another pick right after that, which kind of just leaves the comms like really quiet and like, oh my gosh, they just got me from behind. Oh my gosh, they just also got me from behind. Well, again. So, and it just kind of leaves them in a pinch situation where the Firebirds can go up 5-1 right there.
Yeah, the Firebirds doing a fantastic job of taking space here. Now, worth noting of the Vikings, I'm waiting on Kiwu and Preyas to just kind of get activated here. You know, I think if we hope to see the Vikings take any more rounds, I'm gonna have to count on them because it's always, you know, the bottom link is the one to worry about the most. So if Kiwu and Preyas start picking up the pace here, that'll be what the Firebirds have to worry about going forward.
I agree too. It just might be a slow round for them. I mean, I've had that, you've had that.
Absolutely.
I'd imagine. It just takes some time getting used to the other team and feeling them out a little bit. So, and that's what they're probably just waiting to do.
Absolutely, and that was in no means degrading their players in any sort of way. I was just, we have slow starts at times, and I'm just hoping to see them start to pick it up for the remainder of this half, and especially in the second half, as the Firebirds once again seem to have just complete lockdown of A site right now. One thing worth noting, the Firebirds lost twice in overtime during activation on this map. And I think that's one thing that they really focused on this week was, what can we do to make sure that doesn't happen? What can we do to just ensure we get as many rounds as possible before we start falling behind? And so I think that's really what the Firebirds worked on this week, and it's paying off so far in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And then maybe at that point, this might be a strong suit map for them, even though a lot of people know that, like,
oh yeah, Slumdank gets 3, by the way, while we're chit-chatting here. Make it 4, almost 5 for Slumdank, but instead Coney will finish it off with the classic. Firebirds go up 6-1.
Yeah, we were too busy chit-chatting about what was going on, and Slumdank, I think that was a blessing for him. I think we need to keep doing
Yeah,
that.
I guess we can't. He doesn't need the spotlight. He needs to just silently, you see him on the kill feed. You see him up there, 1, 2, 3, 4. We started to notice him. He didn't get 5.
Turn out.
Very well played.
We'll just ignore it next time we see Slumdank with about
Yeah, we
3 or
can't
4
mention it
picks.
because next thing you know, he might ace and
Absolutely.
and double ace, and then he's just gonna be acing all night. So
Does seem like the Vikings are going to go for a little bit more of a default push here, try and gather as much info, keep the Firebirds staggered as much as possible.
I don't know if you've noticed this too, but they seem like the Firebirds like to stack A site a little bit more than B site.
They absolutely do, and that's one thing that I noticed throughout all of activation. They do trust Slumdank and Bunny to just lock down B site because this is the roster that went, I believe, every time on bind for them.
Yeah,
Coney gets the first. Coney gets picked off by Jerry Man.
Bunny knows someone's in here. There's 2.
Q will be able to get the pick with the sheriff there. Firebirds now in a retake scenario. They will ult
Spike planted.
and get 1. Very nicely done. Trying to stop the
He knows. He knows he's there.
nice pick there by Kalioth. Firebirds now up in the numbers advantage as they push onto B site, trying to retake it. Kalioth taking space with the Prowler. Ultimately, Firebirds there now, getting the defuse, but we are going to get a Brimstone ult, possibly a lineup.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, and there's the line
there's
too.
technically a lineup, yeah. Standing in hookah and just kind of shooting at the point.
Last player standing.
Firebirds might be able to get this if Slumdank can get the pick. It's gonna be close. And not quite for the Firebirds as Jerry Man held down the fort just long enough.
Very well played by the Vikings right there. Very smart. Used the ult, used the util. Just very well played all around there for the Vikings. So
Yeah, I commend them on that there. Firebirds now up only 6-2. Still a 4-round advantage, but that could be the momentum shift that the Vikings needed.
And honestly, I like what the Vikings did that last round too. They also they weren't hesitant. They, like what they said at the beginning, what we said is they were going for intel. They wanted to know how many were on A, how many were on B. And they saw there was less numbers on B to the point where they're going to go for that. So
We will see a very interesting push style here by the Vikings as they're sending Jerry Man up to smoke B, as I think the rest are going to start pushing A with the opposing Fade holding showers last.
looks like some of our Firebirds are going to back off A and also head to B.
Very nice job by Jerry Man to get 1 off of A at the very least. Slumdank actually almost going to use the smokes there, but Coney now alerting the team of what's up. The rest will be rotating back.
I think
That's a nice wall bang by Happy Samoyed. Gonna try and continue it. Gonna ult the entire point.
Really well played ult right there. And I think that's what the Firebirds were honestly going for. Draw them in and use that ult.
And down goes the spike
Down A.
with Happy Samoyed's pick on Kiwoo there. As Firebirds now surrounding them on all angles. Oka on 1 tap health. Jerry Man will get Kalioth though.
30
Bunny's
seconds
waiting to
left.
swing this corner. Knows there's 2 at least.
She won.
Jerry Man will take Happy Samoyed. Down goes the Viper's pit. 2v2 scenario for Slumdank and Bunny.
Bunny hears him.
One enemy
There's
remaining.
1 pick. There's 2. Very nicely done by the Firebirds. 1 for 1 there. Firebirds up 7-2. Very well played.
I like what they were doing there. I believe that was Slumdank and Bunny, and Slumdank was technically kind of baiting Bunny, but it worked out in their favor and they got the win, and they're up now 7-2, which was a beautiful play by them.
Absolutely. Very good job of the Firebirds. Their econ's in a phenomenal spot. The econ for the Vikings in a bit of a rougher spot. They are going to save this round. So we'll see if they whip out some more rat-like tactics to try and just kind of fool the Firebirds. But the Firebirds have yet to be fooled too much throughout this entire game. So we'll see if it works out for them as they begin their push onto B.
I think there's one thing that's I always find interesting about Valorant is that once you get in a groove, it's kind of hard to stop that groove. But you know, until I kind of started seeing the competitive side of Valorant, you can actually do timeouts and all that good stuff.
Slumdog with 2 picks there.
Hold on, we
I
can't
mean,
talk about
there are 2 people got picked off. Happy Samoyed will get 1.
One enemy remaining.
Slumdog will get a 3rd.
He's looking for the 4K again.
As now it is a 1v5 scenario for the opposing chamber. And there's
the
number
4K.
4 for Slumdang.
Wow.
The captain steps up again, will get the frenzy for his troubles. Firebirds up 8-2.
And I am just impressed by Slumdank here. He's going 16-2. Coney's going 10-6. Happy Samoyed's going 9-3. Very well played by the Firebirds here. All around, just very well numbers for them. So, but for the Vikings, it seems like Preyas and Kiwo are also trying to get the come up and keep on coming. But it might just be kind of an attacking thing. So I know for me, and I know for a couple other people on even the Firebirds as well, is that they sometimes struggle when it comes to attacking because defending is just holding the site. So, and you could sit in one area.
Ooh, and Coney tries to be a little cheeky with the satchel there.
We're just gonna have to start.
Not quite able to get it.
We're gonna have to start talking about him a little bit more. He's gonna come up.
Firebirds down in numbers right now in a 4v5. We'll see if they can start taking it back here. We're waiting for those smokes to go down. Slumdank will get tagged. Happy Samoyed will go down. Palioff will also go down. This is going to leave Bunny in a 1v5. Not the best scenario to be in, especially on defense here.
She also has her ult though. But it seems like they're all pretty.
But unable to do it as Jerry Man will get the final pick of the round, and the Firebirds will now only be up 8-3.
Very well played by the Vikings there, getting those picks and being able to advance onto the point.
Absolutely, as we see kind of a battle of the brimstones here for both programs. It's Jerry Man will top his frag list with Slumdank rounding out the Firebirds at 16-3. The third one being dealt just that last round, I think, by Jerry Man. So, very interested to see how that goes. I did see an Odin get bought. We'll see if there's a wall bang that we're gonna have happen. Might have just been for giggles though. I'm not 100% sure.
Looks like Coney's got the shorty here. He's trying to make something to do with it, but
Yep, sneaks on up. I don't know if oh, he's seen. Oh, Tony gets the 1 pick. Not quite able to keep it going. Feng Shui will trade away. 4v4 now.
And with those shorties, that's kind of what it is. If you're in those big packs, it's kind of like you have to get that trade.
Happy Samoyed in a tough spot right now. Luckily, we got Slumdank coming up quick, helping Happy Samoyed out, bailing out the teammate with the smoking pick.
Looks like they're pinched here a little bit, and Molly's gonna get him.
Down goes Olka. This Happy Samoyed will get that pick. Firebirds up 4-2 right now in the numbers. We will start to see a rotation. We'll see if it's a short rotate just back to A, or if it's a full rotate to B. Firebirds have left no one on B now. Bunny will start to make their way back. Preyas will get the first pick on Happy Samoyed.
Nice little pick there by him, and he's gonna try to get some more intel.
30 seconds left.
Those 30 seconds are always intense, and especially in a situation like this where the Vikings are gonna probably push out because time's running down.
We will see Kiwu pick off Kalioff. We'll see Bunny use the ultimate, try and just force everyone off the point. Firebirds will use the ult to slow down that plant, and it will not be allowed with the Slumdank ultimate. Comboed with the Bunny ultimate. Firebirds should have control of this round, and they will head into the second half up 9-3.
Last player standing.
I don't know about you, but I can kind of hear some of them in the...
I can hear them cheering too.
Switching sides.
Firebirds are getting hyped up in the next room over, and I'm excited to see them carry it on as we head into the attack phase.
So what did you see from kind of that little first half that the Vikings can do to kind of come back here and get some more rounds won for them?
I think one thing for the Vikings, I think they had great success when they defaulted. I think when you send out maybe in a full 5-man push to separate places, be very patient, wait for that util to be used, because I think frankly when they started their main pushes, the Firebirds just still had too much util at their disposal.
Yeah.
They were able to, with the one, you have 2 controllers to worry about, so that's already a lot of util to worry about. But if you're not baiting some of it out by having people on other sites, it's just going to be too much to handle, and the timer's just going to be too low to the point where you're rushing by the time you're finally on site.
Yeah, I totally agree.
So we will see the Firebirds though going for a split push on B. We'll see if they will have any better luck by not defaulting. Coney almost gets a pick
Look
there.
at that little angle there by Viper.
Very good one-way created there. Coney able to take care of the teleporter. Bunny lining up some swarm grenades on the plant spot. Oh my gosh, never mind, I got the colors confused.
No, I'm still trying to.
Coney will go down. Slumdank will get a pick
One
though.
enemy remaining.
Slumdank staying on point.
1v4 situation here. Let's see what Slumdank can do. Sorry.
As it's Slumdank versus Jerryman. Jerryman will get one.
Oh my gosh, I totally forgot we're red.
Yeah, we're red now. It's a
Oh my
tough one.
gosh.
It's a tough one. Luckily, Bunny just kind of has to wait and stay safe because those swarm grenades are still available for when that timer starts getting big. Jerryman will go down regardless, though, with the trade by Happy Samoyed. Firebirds up 10-3.
I really thought when I believe it was, I don't remember who, but he was walking back into the smoke. It might have been Bunny.
Bunny, yeah. When Bunny walked past two Firebirds, and
Yeah.
I also thought they just all missed each other completely.
Yeah, that was very, very confusing, and I thought the colors would switch to the point where they're still the same, but I guess not. So that's something I'm gonna have to get used to real quick here.
Absolutely. Firebirds, one thing worth noting, Slumdank putting up a 20 piece right now on the game. Only 5 deaths. Stepping up huge for the Firebirds right now. I know one thing worth noting for the for Slumdank on attacking, he's a bit of a lineup Larry. You know, I mean, once that spikes down, he can head to just about anywhere on the map and he'll be able to fire a molly off.
Yeah, and I totally agree upon that because even when we played them,
Yes,
the
the infamous Firebirds versus Rocket League Valorant scrim.
So nice little pick there by him anyways too.
Absolutely. Gonna get that plant down.
And that's his favorite spot to plant on A too, so because he's gonna run off site and be able to use something there.
Coney might actually
One
still get the
enemy
pick, and there it
remaining.
is on Kiwoo from the post-mortem. Happy Samoyed now running away as the Firebirds have a huge numbers advantage. And as I say, there's our guy. There's our guy just waiting for that timer to start ticking up. Off will go the molly. Any second now as we just wait it out. Oh, we got the bunny swarm grenades going. Yeah, no chance here for Oka. And it's nothing they did wrong, aside from the fact that Slumdank, you know, just has the lineups.
I actually talked to him about that, and he said he wanted to be a lineup Larry. So one day he just started started watching all these lineups and how they can do a little bit better. So
Absolutely, and there it is. Proof is in the pudding. There's the Firebirds go up 11-3 now. Their econ in a fantastic spot, especially after only losing 3 that past round. Does seem like the Vikings are going to try and force and full buy here. Bit of a risky play if they don't win the round.
yeah, and I mean in those situations it's very hard because they know that the Firebirds are gonna full buy here and be able to get hopefully another win, but it seems like the Vikings are gonna try to counter it.
Hey, you know, one thing worth noting, the Firebirds, they're going for a bit of a middle half buy. And when they did this on the round that the Vikings full bought last, that's just a misplay on the grenade. Slumdank and
I thought
almost go down to their own bomb. But one thing worth noting is that when the Vikings full bought rifles to the Firebirds half buy, that is a round they won. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out here as Slumdank heads in with the Spectre.
someone's hiding in that smoke right there.
Waiting right behind it. Bunny will get a destroy on the chamber util.
Super
Happy Samoyed goes through. And there it is. Instant trade though.
Wow.
As the Firebirds up 4-3 in the numbers game.
Nice little
4-2 as Slumdank will keep going. And 3-1 as Coney got a pick on Kiwoo. Jerryman finally
Spike
rotating
planted.
from A site. Coney will go down. You know, if you're the Vikings, this is the guy you want left in this scenario. He's been stepping up big, but Slumdank getting another lineup set up. We are waiting on point now.
Wait.
Has the ultimate and the lineup set up. So this round should be guaranteed for Slumdank unless Jerryman is able to somehow push him.
Very tough situation here.
And there's the ultimate and finish by Kalioth. Firebirds up 12-3.
I believe that was
Match
only
point.
2-3 rounds right there, and he already had his ultimate. Like that's just crazy.
Absolutely. As the Firebirds now on match point for map number 1. They're hoping to take it right here. I hear them getting loud in the other room. Getting hype. Very excited, especially because, you know, I'm sure this means a lot to them after losing twice in OT. So they're going to try and close it out now. Not give them the chance, give the Vikings the chance to come back.
Yeah, so. And even going into the other half, there's always the saying, the 9-3 curse. And
Absolutely. I didn't want to say it. I didn't want to say it when we were going into it, but it was what the Firebirds were going against. We'll see if they can lock it down now with one more split push onto B. As Slumdank will lead the charge.
Seems like the Firebirds just love playing on the B site. It seems
Does,
like
especially with the success they've had on it. We will see Coney going for that satchel. Hits. Oh, no one able to turn and not quite. Firebirds are down. I mean, even in numbers right now, thanks to a trade.
down goes Kiwoo. It looks like the 3 Vikings are back in their spawn area, and that's just going to be a tough one to push for them. But they also have their ult, which is going to be very well used for them.
Yeah, you know, great ult there by the opposing Brimstone, which Slumdank will get the spike down, which is going to take away the opportunity for lineup, but it will leave a 3v1. Firebirds now 2v1, and there it is. Firebirds will take map number 1. I hear them cheering in there. Very exciting for them after losing in overtime the past couple weeks on this map here. They finally conquered their little Goliath in the form of Bind. Slumdank stepping up huge for the Firebirds, having a KD of 22 and 6. Best KD in there, absolutely huge. We saw him with some great lineups. MVP for map number 1, I'm giving it to Slumdank. I'm excited to see if we might have any substitutions there for the Firebirds going into map number 2, which will be Icebox. We'll be back in about 5 minutes with that map, so we hope to see you then. Stay tuned. Firebirds, we're here for map number 2. We're on Icebox tonight, a Firebirds favorite here. We do have Host subbing in for Bunny this time around for the Firebirds. Other than that, we still have Happy Samoyed, Coney, Kalioth, and Slumdank. For the Vikings, we do have a substitution. We do have Bendy in, and rounding out the rest of the roster, we still have Olka, Jerryman, Preyas, and Feng Shui. For the Firebirds, they've already locked in all their picks. We are going to have the double initiators, but we'll have Slumdank on a controller, Coney on a sentinel, and Hoaxed playing a duelist. Hoaxed, one of my favorite Rocket League players, good old Ethan, playing Jet as a duelist for the Firebirds here. Happy Samoyed on KO, Coney playing Chamber, Kalioth on Sova, and Slumdank on Viper. For the Vikings, we've got only 2 picks locked in so far. We have Preyas on Sova and Olka on Chamber, so I'm excited to see the I always enjoy seeing little Chamber v Chamber matchups.
I can agree upon that. And one thing I really am looking forward to seeing is if Feng Shui
locks in that neon. That'll be fun. That will be a fun time.
A little mix up in neon on this map.
And there it is. You get what you want.
I personally play neon on this map, and there's some very good spots to use those walls, and it's very beneficial to them.
Absolutely. Can't wait to see it. Rounding out the Vikings roster, we do have Neon, as previously mentioned, as well as KO and Viper. So the only difference being the duelist for the Firebirds and the Vikings, it'll be a Neon versus Jet in terms of differentiating for the rest of the match. Firebirds are on set point here as they're up 1-0. They took map number 1 13-3 against the Vikings, and they will be starting on defense this time around, hoping to repeat that same magic.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what even the Vikings have to hold in this map as well, because this might be a strong suit for them, and I'm actually excited to see what they could do with this, and especially with Bendy coming in and maybe even helping out the Vikings in spots where they need it. So, and I'm also excited to see Hoax play as well, because this is a strong suit map for him as well. So, and
Absolutely.
I know
Hoax being Ascendant, by the way,
Yes.
which is the new rank added in between Diamond and Immortal. He is the highest ranked player on the Valorant team, so it'll be very interesting to see how he plays. I did see Slumdank's setup. He got it straight from TikTok. I saw it last night. So I'm excited to see it work. I believe it was also used in VCT.
I believe I've seen this setup before, because I believe someone else used it.
Either way, we'll see how it goes down. As there's 2 Viper walls down on A site, as the Firebirds will start to rotate off and get to A site. Slumdank gets the first pick. Great headshot there. We'll see Coney starting to rotate through the flank, trying to make sure no one can rotate off the site. Hoaxed misses the shot there. Still suppressed. Can't use the dash.
Looks like he's also very, very low on health too.
One enemy
Nice
remaining.
headshot though by Coney, and good finish. Switching from the util to the classic, finishing it off. Very well done, Firebirds, up 1-0.
That was very well played by Coney right there, hitting them with the flank and being able to kind of squish them there. And it seems like they all just kind of piled out and ran at him. I was a little nervous when the first couple of shots, when he had the revolver out, saying like, oh my gosh, like he might miss these.
Yeah,
But come on.
it's Coney's got it.
Coney's
Coney's got it. He took a nice little breath, lined up that headshot, and FPSs are simple. Just click on the head. And that's exactly what he did. As we head into round number 2 here, Firebirds trying to force here. That's a nice little flick onto the Sova dart there by Slumdank here, who is going with the same Viper setup. Seems like the Vikings will again be trying A. This time the Firebirds will try to rotate a little quicker.
Firebirds also get 2 picks right here.
Ooh, Feng Shui though with that
Down
neon
A.
will take out Slumdank there. Firebirds
this.
still up
Firebirds
4-2 though.
One enemy remaining.
Oh my.
Happy Samoyed though, locking it down on the flank as the Firebirds will be up 2-0. And again, you just hear the energy. That's one thing I don't think I heard as off. They had energy when I was casting for Valorant last year, but I'm hearing it after every round, and I personally love it. I love when teams get hyped about what they're doing. I think it adds to the play style. It adds to the overall confidence of the team. And when you're playing more confident, you're just gonna statistically probably do better.
I agree with that. I mean, and same goes with almost all of the games that are here at Carthage. When everyone and that energy is there, it just gets everyone just so much motivated to just win and do more.
Oh my gosh, and that recon dart will get the entire enemy team, which is going to allow all the Firebirds to move along wherever they so desire.
Oh, they all know?
There's the shock darts going out. They will be slowing everyone down in tube.
It looks like they're trying to
Feng Shui will get the first pick, though. Happy Samoyed lining up the headshot, gets one, not two, though. There's Kalioth getting his own. Hoax will get one.
the battle for kitchen right now.
Hoax will get two. One more. Hoax can't get it, but there's the trade. As Slumdank will be the last one standing amongst the pile of the defeated. As the Firebirds go up 3-0.
And Preyas almost had it. He really did. If he would have gotten that headshot on, I believe it was Kalioth, if I'm not mistaken. Kalioth, if I'm not mistaken. And then I got the other person who was there, but once you start stacking two people together, when it's a 2v1 situation, your chances to win are very high. So I like what the Firebirds were doing there, and it was very well played by them.
And we're seeing the VCT TikTok lineup back at it on A for Slumdank. It's been working out pretty well for when they push A. Does not seem like they'll be pushing A this time, as the Firebirds now have to get set to rotate all the way to B. Coney will have to get out of there. We do have the Neon ult going. Very good by Feng Shui. There's the pop flash. Gets one. Can't quite get the second one. Jerryman will take care of Happy Samoyed. Coney on low health. Firebirds kind of scrambling here to get to the point, as it does seem like the Vikings did a great job of getting control. Coney caught with the reload animation. So now the Firebirds in a retake scenario. Hoax with the operator kill on Jerryman, followed by Slumdank on Preyas. And there's the other one. Firebirds have one more to deal with. There's Hoax. Step it up big for the Firebirds. Tapping the spike. They've got time. Make sure you got all the weapons you need. And Kalioth will finish the defuse there. Very well played by the Firebirds on getting that retake done.
You know, I like what the Vikings were doing there in that first half, where they had sight, they were controlling it, but I believe someone on B site was able to just pull a little bit back and just wait for those Firebirds to come, which caused the Firebirds to do a really good retake onto B site, and that was a phenomenal job by them.
We'll see if the Vikings have any answers to anything the Firebirds have been doing so far, as they are down 0-4 now as we head into round number 5. I like the angle Hoax is holding. I hold it often with Chamber, using the teleporter. Hoax being able to dash away from that one. Should be fun to see. I'm calling it right now. There's a pick. Oh no, I called her on. Firebird.
Streamer curse.
That was some caster curse right there. My apologies, Hoaxed. I'm sure I'll hear about it if he ever watches the VOD. Slumdank does a great job of slowing everyone down, though. Happy Samoyed sees him. Will be able to suppress him. Gets away as down go 3 of them in terms of util.
Oh.
Coney not able to land a shot. The Firebirds. Aim's a little off this round, but they haven't lost a number because of it.
Oak's just going for some revenge right now. He's hunting for someone. And usually with an op, you kind of stay put and don't go real too far.
Oak's just waiting for anyone in the world to peek that angle. They know that the operator's there now, so they're gonna smoke.
Oh.
Couldn't quite get it. Oak's waiting for anyone else to try and go into tube. Slumdank ulted on A point, which is gonna lock that down pretty much on his own. Now you're starting to look at the timer and wonder, you know, Vikings got to make a decision on where they're going pretty quick right now. Ooh, I don't know about that one, Valorant. As Coney will go down.
That was close.
Shot right between the feet there.
He barely took any damage too, I believe. That should have been a trade.
Spike planted.
Nice little shock dart there by Kala.
Revealing area.
2v2 scenario. Now Kalioth, it's on his shoulders. Step up for the Firebirds. Keep that 5-0 dream alive. Waiting for any peek. Neon's up top. Kalioth just slithering on in. Hasn't been noticed yet. Has to start sticking that defuse if there's any hope. Now the position is given away.
Last player standing.
Kalioth will get one. Gets two. Doesn't have the time though for the spike. But way to at least get the 2 picks and keep the econ more in your favor. You head into round number 6.
Very well played by the Vikings there, just holding the site, not going too far. Also had that pinch situation that was going on from up in kitchen and then also behind yellow. Very well played by the Vikings. And this might be the momentum that they need to get up to speed with where the Firebirds are at. And I'm excited to see what they could do in these next couple of rounds.
As am I, as the Firebirds doing their usual setup. They've got Sova watching down mid.
And the TikTok lineup.
TikTok VCT lineup. As we see it there on A site by Slumdank. Firebirds getting a little aggressive as Hoax there on that A. Waiting for that wall. Oh my gosh, on ahead of gosh. Not quite able to land it though, as Preyas will pick off Hoax.
That's 2 picks for the Vikings right there. That's
Vikings
huge.
should get complete control of A site here.
Welcome to my world.
They will use the Viper's Pit just to kind of lock this down, make sure they have really good positioning and spacing going into this post-plant scenario. As the Firebirds now just kind of blind firing on in, hoping for the best.
Oh, this is going to be huge for the Firebirds right here. It's able to find Viper.
Revealing area. Found them.
Down goes
One
Viper.
enemy remaining.
This is a very good recon there by the Firebirds. And Coney coming in clutch too. Kalioth will finish it off. And the Firebirds will take round 6.
Very well played. The Vikings did a huge... They did really good in the first half. And that push is what they needed to get those 2 kills and just to get on the site. But I feel like kind of the positioning of where they're at, I think they're just sitting a little too far back. And they just need to be on actual site to actually be able to hold the Firebirds off is what they kind of need here.
See the Firebirds going for a bigger split? No, I just saw the 5 and 1 were overlapping each other. We'll still see Slumdank and Hoax holding down A, while the rest of the Firebirds are spread out through mid and B.
You want to play? Let's play.
That will be the Viking chamber ulting there, by the way. So he now has access to an operator right off the bat. Oh my gosh! But Slumdank gets an immediate headshot on Feng Shui. And of course, he's got a spot anywhere to slow him down.
Looks like the Vikings are a little stuck right here. It seems like almost all the Firebirds are kind of rotated over.
Absolutely, it's gonna be tough for the Vikings to go with this one. Oh my gosh, especially when Slumdank and Hoax are flicking like that.
That was a beautiful flick. It was almost simultaneously.
Simultaneous?
Yeah, yep. That looks like Jerry Man's just trying to watch their back right now.
Oh my god! And Hoax gets another one. Hoax and Slumdank pulling off 2 each, with Coney finishing the 5th off as the Firebirds will go up 6-1.
Oh my goodness, that was beautiful, beautiful by the Firebirds. It's almost bringing tears to my eyes right now. Very well played by the Firebirds.
Wonderful plays, the Firebirds. Oh, is he doing a different lineup? We're not gonna. We don't see the TikTok lineup.
No, it's another.
Not this time. As Slumdank will hold A side down all on his own this time, with Hoax holding kitchen, it appears. Waiting for Tube.
It looks like they're gonna switch it up and go B here for the. There's the drone by Sova. Trying to get as much info as possible here.
Oh my gosh, and the missed recon dart is not going to be helpful if you're Sova there. Coney able to teleport out of there before that knife fully goes off. Nice stop there of the push. They will get the spike down. They will get another. Host has 3. Host 6 bullets to work with. He has 4. Just needs 1 more bullet and can't quite get it. As Host will get 4.
Wow. Someone needs to stop that man. He is on a mission tonight.
This shock dart should do it if it lands, as the Firebirds. In a 2v1 scenario, Slumdank and Kalioth. There it is. The Firebirds go up 7-1.
I'm just really loving how the Firebirds are just hitting headshot after headshot after headshot. And the sound when you get 5 headshots and it just like is ding, 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 ding. And it just sounds beautiful.
Absolutely. You love to see it. Firebirds up 7-1. They're in a very good spot. It's giving me reminiscent vibes of Bind and how that went. Only difference being Host stepping up for the top of the leaderboard for the Firebirds, being 12-4. Slumdank 10-3. Coney 7-4. Happy Samoyed 6-4, and Kalioth 5-1. All positive KDs for the Firebirds. Very nice job by them on staying alive and getting very useful kills.
I'm with you on that. I totally agree. It seems like also the Vikings also have more of a well-rounded.
Toxins failing.
Oh my gosh, I thought he got all of them for a second. I really did.
I thought he did too. Coney
KO.
now, the operator, misses the shot and will go down.
Three situation. Oh, never mind.
Happy Samoyed tries to get that spray transfer, not quite able to. Firebirds is going to be hosting Kalioth against 3 Vikings.
Okay, there's the plan. I was about to say, I don't believe the plan's down yet.
Spike planted.
Scanning ahead.
Did he land it on?
I thought he might have.
That's very, very interesting right there.
Host playing
Trying to help
slowly.
he's trying to help his teammate out.
Kalioth's going to have to do it himself though,
Ooh.
and Host will be there to help. Finishes it off. Firebirds in a 2v2. They got to start tapping the spike.
Wow. Very well played by Feng Shui right there. The flick on that was amazing.
And the Vikings will take their second round here. So we're approaching the possibility of another 9-3.
Let's not say that.
No, you know,
we don't need that tonight. We do not need that tonight.
well, I'm just showing that the Firebirds were able to overcome it one time. Clearly, they could do it another. As we see them start to set up, this time Host and Slumdank both rocking on A site. We'll see full push of A by the Vikings. Firebirds hope to lock it down.
Oaks wants something right here. Looks like Viper, I believe, is trying to get them on there.
We will have the Neon ult. Host able to dash away from that util. Slumdank will execute the Neon. Slumdank slowing everyone down. That Sova might die in that Viper molly.
Is he just sitting there?
I think it's gone away by now.
Oh, okay.
One enemy
Oh my
remaining.
gosh, through the smokes.
Spike down
Kalioth
A.
and Host both get a pick. One more to deal with. There it is.
Flawless.
And Slumdank will finish it off as the Firebirds go up 8-2.
They can't be stopped tonight. They cannot. The Firebirds.
Firebirds playing extremely well right now. They're up 8-2 right now. They're gonna go with their usual strategy. Slumdank and Host locking down A site. Kalioth and Happy Samoyed toward the midfield, and Coney will be holding down B long with the teleporter. This time ulting, so there will be an operator in play. Excuse me. Seems like the Vikings will start pushing up mid. Ooh. And Happy Samoyed will get the first headshot in 2. Kalioth going for the shock dart. Oh, what a flick there by Bendy. Happy Samoyed gets another. Host will get
enemy
one.
remaining.
Gets 2.
Spike
Now it's
down
just
mid.
Oka Jerryman left. I keep almost saying okra every time because I just had fried okra at Cracker Barrel.
Oh, okay.
So, you know, the struggle's real. Usernames are hard. I called Slumdank Slam Dunk 9 times last season.
It almost looks like that though.
Yeah, I don't think anyone could really blame me for that one. So our coach, our director, Palmer, came up to me one time, was just leaned over and whispered to me, he goes, you know, Slumdank, right? I was like, I did not. And I fixed it from there on. Jerryman able to get a pick though on Happy Samoyed. Firebirds still in a 3v1 there. They're trying to close it out.
30 seconds left.
I can't use that.
Oh my gosh, and they just sneak around each other. Jerryman will get another.
Wow.
Oh, and there's the flash. Accidentally flashes himself a little too much. Jerryman will have to hold off. And Coney will finish it off there. Firebirds are up 9-2 here.
Last round in the half.
We're approaching the last round and half here. The Firebirds hoping to grab another before we switch to the other side. One thing worth pointing out, Hoax rocking 16 and 6, a +10 on the KD. Absolutely going crazy for the Firebirds this map. Seems like Slumdank will be ready with the ult just to deny the entry into A site. Understandable, it's the last round. No use saving anything else.
Ooh. Way to be patient there by Coney.
Oh my gosh! And Coney gets
Down
away.
B.
Slippery snake.
Slippery snake. That's what we.
What?
That's literally what Tony and I called him last time we had.
No way.
Slippery snake, because he would always just evade those deaths.
One enemy remaining.
So Hoax with the double headshot there. He's looking for it. Happy Samoyed will take it instead. Firebirds are up 10-2 heading into the second half. Wow.
Switching sides.
Well, you know, one thing I'm very, very happy about here is that there is no 9-3 curse on the Firebirds here, and it should be.
I told you. I had ultimate faith.
Okay.
I had complete faith.
I believe you.
My Firebirds didn't let me down. Hoax is rocking 18 and 6 right now. Okay, if those numbers don't show you how confident the Firebirds are right now, I don't know what else does.
And that's one thing I like about Hoax is that he's confident in both Rocket League and Valorant, and I know that over the summer he was working hard for both of them, and it definitely is paying off.
Yeah,
for
here
him
he
now.
is stepping up for both teams right now. He plays Valorant on Monday nights, Rocket League on Friday nights,
And
begins and ends his week with esports.
one very interesting fact about Hoax is when he plays Jet, he actually does not like to use Jet's ultimate, so he refuses to use it. So, and I've
I
always
did notice that he only whipped out the ultimate after the round was already over.
Yeah, so he does not like it.
One enemy remaining.
And the Firebirds will take round number 13 there, as they are now up 11-2 with a great execution on A site. Hoaxed improving to 20 and 7, still going absolutely crazy. Rest of the Firebirds all still on positive KDs.
Are we sure like Slumdank and Hoax are just not related? Like
It's got to be something. It's
we
something in the
positive about
genes
that?
there. I'm not 100% sure. There's clearly some genetics though that are just making them really
I
good
think we
about
might
it.
need to get that tested soon. So, because both of them have been on fire tonight.
Absolutely. As Hoax tries to go and get that early pick, doesn't care that the
Doesn't care.
recon dart sees him. Gives away the location anyways. The Firebirds continue their push on A. They've got Coney locking down mid in case of the rotation. Oh my gosh, Hoax had to do the double take there. Thought he fully cleared the corner, not quite. Will get traded away because of it, but Happy Samoa got a great little headshot there. Can't quite get Olka there. Kalioth will get one. Kalioth can't spray transfer to the other. Is able to reload and walk away. Firebirds have bomb down, and they are up in numbers 3-2.
I think that Vandal just got passed around by 4 different players there. First one from the Vikings, and then 2 other from the Firebirds.
Coney will get another pick there. Just one left. Ooh. To teleport there, Jerryman. Not Jerryman. Oka able to slide away. Oka gets one. But there we have Kalioth finishing it off as the Firebirds now on match point.
Match point.
I said that game. I said match point. I beat her. I beat the announcer to it. I claimed it.
All right, so let's put our predictions in here. How many are we thinking that Hoax is going to drop?
2. Call him 2 on
You
it.
think
Hoax
2?
is good for 2.
I think Hoax is good for 3 here.
You're calling 3? All right.
I'm calling 3, and
I'm calling. I'll do the full spread. Hoax 2. Kalioth 1. Slumdank 2.
I think Slumdank's going to come up high here. I think he's going to steal a couple from some people.
Blocking sight.
Calling Hoax 2. Slumdank 2. Kalioth 1.
Blocking sight.
As the Firebirds are allowed to just kind of enter and take sight on their own here. It's very precarious there. Hoax, that's 1 for Hoax.
Uh-oh.
Benny will take out Hoax.
We were mistaken.
Feng Shui will get Happy
Shui,
Samoyed. Kalioth will go down to Jerry Man.
The Vikings looking really
Coney will get one. Coney will get two. Coney and Slum Dank left.
I was just about to say
The
the Vikings.
lineups are there for Slum Dank. Off it goes off the wall and lands right on the bomb.
Last player
Slum
standing.
Dank will go down. It's going to be up to Coney. Can't quite get it. Firebirds will have to continue on as we keep going.
And what I was gonna say is the Vikings are looking really good here, but they forgot about Coney. Coney is just unstoppable tonight. And look at him climb the leaderboard to join Hoaxed up there.
Yeah, 14-8 there. Hoax being 21-9. Firebirds hoping to lock it down here. It does seem like they're gonna go for a little bit more of a default, just get info.
What's going on in that spawn?
As the Firebirds will do a split push of A and B. The bomb will be going toward B though. I'm excited to see how this plays out. Ooh, Hoax rushing in quick. Gets the ult. Will we see the ult used? We will.
Oh no!
There we go. And immediately pulls up the classic. Hoax rushing in, just trying to look for some headshots.
He's hungry. He knows he's over there.
Oh my gosh, who's gonna peek first? Oh! And just as Hoax turns away, Ulka will take it.
And I'm calling it right now. He's gonna walk up to me and say, "I'm never using the knives again."
Prayos will get another pick. Ooh, Slumdank with a nice little headshot.
Last player standing.
But it's
Good
gonna be
kill
up to
there by Jerry.
Kalioth. Not quite, and Firebirds drop another round here. As the Vikings now have 4.
And maybe this is what the Vikings need. Maybe this is going to be able to help them get back to where they need to be. And maybe they can tie it up.
You know, I mean, crazier things have happened. As the Firebirds hope to once again, they're entering their 3rd match point here. We'll see if they can lock it down. They're going for a push on B this time. Slumdank does have access to the ultimate. I'm sure that'll be utilized in order to get to the point.
And same with Coney as well, using that chamber ult.
Let's play.
And there it is. Hoax taking space very quickly here. Takes a lot of space. Able to recognize that Ulka teleported away and dashes away instead.
That's 3 ults right there being used by the Firebirds.
Yeah, Firebirds aren't playing around this round. They've got 1 down. Oh, but Coney misses the shot and Ulka will trade it instead. Bendy will take care of Happy Samoyed. Nice pick there by Host. It seems like we almost have the plant coming. Slumdank cheeky there with that little spot.
One enemy
Oh my gosh, and down goes. It's a 2v1 now. Bendy's got to take out Kalioth and Slumdank. And down goes Bendy as the Firebirds will go 1-0 on the regular season after opening night.
Wow. Phenomenal by the Firebirds tonight. I'm very pleased on how they did and what they came to prove to the viewers and even also the NECC. And I think it's going to be a real good season for the Firebirds Valorant team.
Absolutely, it will be. Hoaxed getting the MVP honors there on map number 2, going 23-11 there. GG's to the Grandview Vikings, and good luck with the rest of your season. Overall, though, the Firebirds just outfragged today, and that was, I think, the key difference maker here. They had some good use of util, I think was a main thing on Bind, but here I think they just connected with more headshots.
I totally agree upon that with Hoaxed and even Coney, Slumdank. It was just a phenomenal night.
Absolutely, and speaking of Coney there, we'll be back in just a minute as we're going to get a post-game interview with Coney, who played Chamber, so stay tuned, we'll be right back.
Chances to wake the
And we are back, Firebirds. Tanner had to go take a little break, but I'm here with Daniel now, who played Chamber tonight. So how's it feel to be 1-0 now for the NECC first game of the year?
Yo, it feels definitely great winning the first match of the year, and that honestly gives us a lot of momentum going into the next game. It feels really good, and we all did really well tonight as a team. So yeah, it feels really good.
That's good. You guys are definitely well-deserved for this match as well. And as we saw tonight, it was phenomenal gameplay that we were able to witness. So congratulations to you guys on that first win. And do you guys have any kind of achievements or goals that you want to really reach this season?
Yeah, that's a great question. One of the goals that we definitely want to reach this season is do a lot better, obviously, than last season. Because last season we were trying to find who fits what role best. And after going through our boot camp and really playing a lot as a team, we really think that we can accomplish that goal.
So you really think that bonding and all that fun stuff that we did through boot camp, even though it was kind of hard, you really think that bonding and stuff really helped you guys connect a little bit more?
Yeah, the camaraderie, definitely.
So yeah, I totally agree upon that. Well, thank you, Daniel, for coming and speaking with us. It was a pleasure, and
thank you.
We'll happy to see you guys next week facing, I don't believe I know who.
I don't know either.
Okay, yeah, we'll find out next week, but we will be back on Wednesday with League of Legends, so hope to see you then.